We are all created equal, yes, but we are not the same. This isn't a statement of arrogance or hierarchy. It's an undeniable truth. We each enter this world with the same intrinsic value, but what we do with our lives, our energy, our choices, our potential, that's what sets us apart. Some of us are climbing, stretching, shedding old skins, and trying to evolve. We want better, not just for ourselves, but for others too. We reach our hand back as we rise. We share knowledge. We pour into others, hoping to ignite in them what we've ignited in ourselves. But then there are the others, the ones who cling, who yank, who pull you back into the muck because your elevation threatens their comfort. The crab in the bucket, a metaphor so accurate, it's painful. Today I'm speaking to the climbers, the builders, the expanders, but I'm also speaking truth to the crabs. And maybe, just maybe, one of them will wake up. The bucket is an environment that pushes you down, keeps you down. As a matter of fact, it punishes ambition. It's the small town that shames the one who leaves. It's the workplace that mocks the innovator. It's the family who tells you, you think you're better than us now because you dared to break a generational curse. The bucket is fear in disguise. It's wrapped in bitterness, regret, and projection. Crabs don't hate freedom. They're terrified of what it says about their own chains. Some people spend their entire lives becoming masterful at self-sabotage and then coaching others in how to do the same. Because misery loves company and it trains for it. These aren't just haters. They are architects of smallness. And if you're not paying attention, they will convince you to shrink right along with them. But here's the truth. Growth is offensive to people who have made peace with their stagnation. When you evolve, it mirrors what they refuse to face. When you shine, it reveals what they're still hiding. Your light isn't the problem. Their shadows are. And many will try to dim your light, not because they don't see your brilliance, but because they do. They see your fire, and it burns their excuses. Let's be honest. Not everyone wants to change. Not everyone wants healing. Not everyone wants joy. Oh, they say they do, but they don't want to give up the identity they've built around their pain. Victimhood has become a personality trait, and for some, it's the only form of power they know. But there is a price to pay for staying in the bucket, and there is a reward waiting for those who climb out. Climbing out requires more than ambition. It takes courage. It takes endurance. It takes learning to be disliked, misunderstood, even hated. Some people will betray you the moment you outgrow the story they had about you. They won't be able to see you as anything but the version of you that kept them comfortable. And when you shift, when you heal, when you decide to break the script, they will turn on you and call you the villain. That is the tax you pay for your own evolution. You must be willing to let people be wrong about you. You must be willing to lose people you once loved, because the road to your highest self is paved with goodbyes, with silence, with loneliness, and with radical self-honesty. Now let me speak to the ones who pull others down. You are not the villain in someone else's hero story unless you choose to be. You can get out of the bucket too. But you must learn to let go of envy, control, and comfort. You must stop weaponizing loyalty and guilt. You must stop mistaking proximity for ownership. Let people grow. You do not lose when someone you know wins. You only lose when you let your fear of being left behind keep you from climbing too. Your worth is not diminished by someone else's radiance. Their light is a reminder that yours is waiting to be rekindled. But you cannot spark a flame while drowning in bitterness. If you're a climber, keep going. Don't explain your evolution to those committed to misunderstanding it. Surround yourself with other expanders. Seek out people who call you higher. Build networks of truth tellers and dreamers and doers. Protect your mind and guard your vision. Stop asking for permission to grow. Because you cannot change people who benefit from your stagnation. You cannot drag people out who are determined to stay. You cannot convince a crab that freedom is worth the climb. But you can keep rising. And by rising, you light the path. You show what's possible. You make courage contagious. You become the proof. So we are not all the same. Some of us are here to rise, to break chains, to build legacies, to be the first in our lineage to do it differently. And some will mock us for it. Others will watch in awe. And some will finally be brave enough to follow. Don't worry about the crabs. Let them click their claws and scream from the bottom. Just rise, rise, and let them watch.